You know what I did not do? I did not connect my earbuds. I wonder if I can connect them now. Let's see. Yay! Does that audio sound better? I certainly hope it does. Probably won't have too many people in on this live stream because this is a Sunday morning live stream, my time in Bangkok. But I thought this was just a good time to put out a good piece of content on something that I never, ever do. Tommy, what's up, man? Good to see you. I've been reading in fact, I'm getting ready to read some of your comments here. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it very much. Cody, what's up, bro? Orange, you're wearing a cool hat. Thanks, man. This is my, I call it the Cubana. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I call it the Cubana anyway. What's up, Thai guy? I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to roll in here since this was unscheduled. And let's get a few viewers watching. And I'm going to answer some comment. Are you experienced? What's up, brother? I know it's about time for you to head on out, but I'm going to drop you a wrench anyway. I'm not sure what time you're going back today. That shirt just stopped traffic. I know, man, right? It's like it does give off a little bit of a glow. What's up, Gordon? Good to see you, man. Glad you're in the chat. Appreciate it very much. I'm going to go into some good comments, some bad comments, and all of that stuff. Are you stuck at the airport? Are you experienced? Oh, gotcha, man. Yeah, I've heard there's been a lot of trouble there. Sorry to hear about that. Billy says, how's life in Bangkok? I love it. I absolutely love it. He's talking about my shirt. No problem. Nice and bright. Tag guy bright. I'm not normally this early, but I kind of like it. Cool, man. Oh, your flight's been canceled. Woo, that's a tough one, man. Gosh, that's a tough. Are you going to be in Bangkok today? Like tonight? Because I could probably get up with you if you are. Robert Mac, what's up? Good to see you this morning. Appreciate everybody dropping in here in the first few minutes. And I'm going to start reading some comments. I was hoping that a few more would drop by, but I got our experience in here for a wrench, so that's good enough right now. Oh, rebook for 8 p.m. tonight. Okay. Ooh, that's still tough, man. That's going to put your whole flight schedule and everything off. All right, let's talk about comments. So, Awi Bunny left a comment on the video last night and said, love you, do more life, but I don't have a minute and 23 seconds to pick up the message, especially with all the advertisements. Catch you later. All right, two things in that comment. Number one, it's very common for any live streamer to let people roll in. What's up, Steve the Butcher? Good morning, sir. How are you? Let me give you a wrench. Much love to you for all your help in the chat yesterday. Love it. What Cody say? Sorry I couldn't hang out last night, but I had potential at the house watching. I like that. I don't blame you, man. I wouldn't have hung out either. So first of all, to pick up the message, it's going to take a couple minutes for me to let people roll in on the live stream. You can always just skip ahead. Hey, Joshua from Arkansas. Second, I don't put the advertisements in the videos. YouTube does that automatically. I have mine set on automatic, so YouTube does it. So if there's too many advertisements in there, it's 5 seconds of your life. You're not, is it going to kill you? I don't think so. I think you'll be all right. And you can skip or you can do whatever you want to, and that's fine. Roger McGee in the house. Roger McGee, let me give you a wrench. Roger McGee, good to see you again this morning. So that's the overall on comment number one. One, it takes a little bit of time before I start addressing issues in the live stream. And two, I do not control where the ads are placed in my videos. Okay, I got away from that. I let YouTube do all that. That way I don't have to worry about it. And that way I don't have to explain myself to people. There you go. Now, Rayshawn. Good morning, Richard. Hello, or good evening to you. Hello, good timing. I have writer's block, taking a break for your video. Cool, man. No problem. I'll throw your wrench in there while you're here. I know what you're talking about with writer's block, so I get it. Cody in Texas, Roger McGee sounds like a good 60s name. I know, right? I like that. Let's see. Let's talk about Scott. Wait, there's Scott. Scott, what's up, man? Yeah, they're deleting all the content. They're demonetizing the video. I'm even going to remove your content, or your comment. No disrespect there, Scott. But we just say it, and people know what we're talking about. That's it. We don't even use that word, anything about it. I don't even talk about how many. I may mention the number of people and the number of things that are reported and bad things that happen. But if I do it in such a nonchalant way that you have to be familiar with this channel to understand like what I'm talking about. So you are 100% right, Scott, and I very much appreciate you leaving that comment, because I know you meant absolutely no harm by it. I appreciate that. Simon, Troy G, good day, JC. I'm happy to catch a live stream. I'm happy for you to be here, man. Very happy for you to be here. I'm happy for everybody that comes in. Let's call it the spunk. Yeah, probably. Probably not. That may get confused too, man. Prep for it. My man, what's up? Good to see you this morning. Always good information. Yes, sir. Thank you for being such a loyal supporter of this channel. We don't catch him on the Saturday morning, Friday night live stream very much for whatever reason. But I can tell you that he is a big supporter of this channel and a supporter of mine, and I appreciate that very much. Guys, hit the like button for me, and I appreciate it. Okay, so Simon in Siam says, feel for the owners and workers in Pattaya. I guess when most go home for Songkran, they won't be able to this year because lack of customers now. It may be busy for Songkran, just no water. I don't think it'll be busy for Songkran at all, Simon. You make a good, legitimate point. I just don't think it's going to be super busy. I don't think people are going to come in because the festivities have been canceled. So why are you going to come in on you know what I'm saying? Like, you may be 110,000 million% right. Hang on, guys. Let me dust off this camera real quick. Okay. Oh, that's better. I think my orange reflection the orange reflection off my shirt's kind of messing with the color on my camera. Without the festivities, it's going to be hard to pull people in. Yeah, Pattaya news. Songkran is canceled except for the religious holiday part of it. That part has not been canceled. So yes, there may be some people that come in. That is Simon who left this comment. That is a toss-up. I'm not sure what that. I just don't know. I don't know. I've never been here. I've been here through 2 Songkrans, and I've never seen one that wasn't just absolutely packed. Let's see. Steve says only doing the religious. Yep, only doing the religious stuff for Songkran this year. So there we go. Tommy White, 10 hours ago, left a message that said, put that thumbs up, DoMoreLife family. If you are not part of the family yet, join us on Fridays for a live chat with JC and most of the DoMoreLife family. Videos through the week also. Thanks again for stopping by. Now, if that's not a good advertisement, I don't know what is. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that comment very much. Roger says 2.5 hours from 9 days. I'm not canceling. That's the spirit, buddy. And speaking of it, I will try to say this. There has been no OB, you guys can decipher what that means, amongst Thai citizens here. They've all visited T-shirt. I saw Richard's t-shirt thing pop up. That they've all visited places where it exists. So there you go. Richard says, Jeremy, you should have a t-shirt that says I survived 2 Songkrans and all my cameras still work. Dude, I'm about to go over to Teespring and I'm gonna make all kinds of new t-shirts with new slogans, and then I'm gonna let you guys know about it. And hopefully you guys go over there and pick some of them up. It's gonna have to do with it, and it's also gonna have to do with I like that, the Songkran. 2 Songkrans and my camera still work. That's a good one. X Marks, we haven't seen him in a long time, but he left a comment on the chat yesterday. He says, I like to research the ladies of Soy 6. And that is pretty much, yeah, too much info. Are you experienced? But that is true. That is true. Retract that statement for me if you don't mind. That's that those two go together. The I word, the H word go together, and it's going to cancel it. I'll just take it off. It's no big deal. Oh, shoot. I hear report. I mean, no, you got it. Okay. Thank you, bud. Because we don't want to talk about locations and that kind of thing. I can just tell you here in Thailand, there's been no OB. Tommy White also left a message saying, hello, JC, missed another one. Doing more life has its disadvantages, but another great video, my friend. Keep them going. All right, now we're getting to some of the more negative stuff, too. Cody says, Songkran looks fun, but most people complain about it. Are they using cold water? No, they're using nasty, dirty water. That's the problem, really. It all gets kind of recycled and refurbished, and people it just sometimes it's literally like sewer water. I mean, when I say literally, I don't mean it literally comes out of the sewers. I just mean it's got that sewer-ish, all the things that are in sewers. And yes, they do put ice in the buckets. That's a good point. What else? John Robin. He says, you have to shave and get some better looking glasses. John, to you, my friend, I only shave when I deem it necessary. And the term better looking is subjective. So many people like my glasses, many people don't. But the most important thing is, doesn't matter to me. I like them. And I'm going to continue to wear them. Thank you, John, for your comment. Let's see here what we got. I see some stuff coming in. Steve says after one day it pees you right off. Some people put ice in the buckets. Cody says eggs and feet smell. Gotcha. Yeah. You might actually get hit by an egg, to be honest with you. Cal Winston says, how's Thailand lately? Is it quieter in your area? It's quieter everywhere. It's a little bit quieter everywhere. In Bangkok, it's always going to be busy, but it's a little bit quieter than what it normally would be. So I don't know. But I have a couple of days of vacation coming up, and I'm going to go to the at some point, I'm going to go to the big bad city of Pattaya and go down there and see what it really looks like. And hopefully everything will be good. Prep for it says, I guess the squirt gun vendors will have to go back to cheap sunglasses. Yeah, that's a very good point because they're not going to sell. Some of these guys, they purchase in large quantities. These it's like a wholesale. They get these water guns to use during Songkran, and nobody's going to be able to use them this time. Robert says, I'm so ready to return to Vietnam and Thailand. I know you are. Mr. Lex Blend 88. My understanding, non-citizens don't have rights in those countries. That he was speaking on the Southeast Asian countries I was talking about yesterday. And that is not at all what I implied. Well, you may have took an implication to that, but that's not what I said, and that's not what I meant. You do have rights. they're just going to be limited. Sorry, that's just the way it is. But it's a good, that's your understanding of it. So I just want to clear it up for you. Let's see. Cal says, I guess it's a good time to go since it's less crowded. That's true. Steve says, try Nick's new bar, JC on Soy 7. What's the name of it? If it's not inappropriate, put the name of it up, Steve. Cody says, if you boil tap water there, will be okay. Yeah, but there's really no reason to do that. You can buy bottles of water here for $5 each. That's like what? I don't even know what that is. What's this? How much is $5? Somebody tell me. A7 DJ bar. Cool. All right, I'll check that out. A7 DJ bar. As a matter of fact, let me put that in my notes right now. A7 DJ bar. And that's on Soy 7. Okay. Glad I got that right. Soy 7. Cool. All right. Good morning, Hype. What's up, man? Good to see you. Drop your wrench in there. We're answering comments tonight. Just answering away at a few comments. And want to get some content back flowing regularly on YouTube too, because numbers are just so far down. It's weird, but it's because I had such a blank space last week. If you're enjoying the content, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. 16 cents is $5. There you go. So you can buy bottles of water over here for 16 cents, and I think that is absolutely fantastic. I think it's a good thing, and very, very cheap. You can buy bottles of, I believe I bought a bottle of, I forgot how many milliliters it was, either 500 or 600 of the good tasting water for about like, I think it was 69 baht. So less than $3, you can get the case of water. Bottled water. That's why you don't need to really worry or concern yourself with this boiling water, unless you want to. Like, if you're talking about boiling water to cook with, I would just go buy the big jugs of bottled water and use that. During my personal thing. Go more hype. What we're doing, we're answering comments. Too bad we've already been through several comments that's been left on videos. Good, some bad. And I'm explaining a few things, and hopefully somebody gets some value out of this. 16 or 15 cents USD. Awesome. Travel TV, what's up, bud? Hope you're doing well. Steve says it's the old PJ DJ bar opposite Shooter's Second Road in. I gotcha. Okay, so it's at the Second Road now. Live my butt off. Says greetings from the minivan heading down to Sriracha, then ferry to go Sichang. Is that how you say that? Sichang or Kochang? I'm not sure. But very good to see you. Thank you for dropping by, man. Appreciate it. Travel TV says beer is better than water. Robert says, our experience, how did you feel after the blue? That's a good interaction. What's up, Alpha? Jeremy, you going to Vietnam this year? I do not know. It's possible. I just don't know. Hey, Robert, sitting in now. Let's see, Jersey. I am home drinking tap water. Problem. I doubt it. Stuck in Florida said no notification. Well, that's because I don't think notifications are really. It came out on my. I got my own notification, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure why you're not getting notifications. That's something very, very, very strange. This happened one time last year. Like I went through this period where nobody really like the percentage of content that was pushed out by YouTube was very small, so it's no big deal. Steve says ocean tea for me. I agree. I love that stuff. I love it. I was just drinking it before I made my green juice. Ross, what's up, man? Says Dakota and Texas blackouts are very rare where I live. There has been an increase in infrastructure around this area. Cool. M. Joindler 88 says, aren't all beer bars the same? No. Many differences and many different kinds there. But we got to be careful how we talk about that because it could be misconstrued by the almighty YouTube. And we do not want that happening. So we want to read more comments. And I wanted to read some of the negative comments too. Oh, some of the comments came off here about the Philippines. I made a video a long time ago about rudeness and racism in the Philippines, and what it was I was reading a comment that was sent to me, and I answered. I did what I'm doing right now. I read the comment. The guy felt that he was a victim of like at the least rudeness, at the worst racism. So I read it and I just disagreed with the comment because I said I don't think it's either one of those. I said I think it's curiosity, and it is curiosity. But I get a lot of people from the Philippines that I guess they don't watch the whole video because I don't really talk about the way I view it until the end. So it's kind of sad a little bit. I got some content ideas coming out. There's going to be some stuff on deadbeat dads that moved to the Philippines to start over because I just got some information about that. There's going to be a video about clarifying what I said in that video about the Philippines because, believe it or not, I do still have a lot of people that watch from the Philippines. There's also going to be more stuff coming from the market here. There'll be, I got 5 days of vacation, as I told you earlier, coming up. So I'm definitely going to do some traveling then, and hopefully we'll get some fresh, good stuff. Let's see. Stuck, my southern brother. Yes, he is. Robert says, stuck in Florida. Hey, bro. Ross says, it's Steve the Butcher. Well, I don't drink often. I do like singing over all others. There you go. Oh, wait. I must have missed something. Reexperienced says, re-hit the bell so JC channel is on the top list to speak of. Yeah, just go to the subscribe button for this channel and hit the bell and then go to the top where it says all, and you shouldn't have a problem getting any information on the content that's coming out. I hope not anyway. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to record another video and edit it. It'll be a talking head video. I have some videos coming up that are not talking head videos, but I'm going to address a couple things that need to be addressed. Let's see. Stuck. Oh wait, I don't want to miss anybody here. Stuck in Florida says, if you don't like the black brown outs, don't go to the Philippines. That's true. That's very true. Very true. Very true. That's one of those things that definitely happens in the Philippines. You know, I lived in the very rural Philippines the last part of the time I was there, and it was either 7 or 8 p.m. every night until I think 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. the next morning, they cut the water off. So you had to have tubs of water to stay, showered, and if you had to flush the toilet or something like that. Very, very remote living. So I can say I've lived in some remote places since I've been traveling. Still got a lot more traveling to do. Supporting our community. See, it's so funny that everybody else can talk about it and there's no problem, but the second that I start talking about it, there's a problem on my YouTube channel, which is very sneakily suspicious. Cody says, I ragged on green tea until I tried it, just like sushi, and now I'm a fiend for it. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen to me when I eat sushi. Is I'm going to love it. I've never had sushi. I've never wanted to try. I've been scared to death of it, and that's probably what's going to happen to me, Cody. FPV, hey from Virginia, glad to see you on tonight. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night over in the US of A. Our experience is stuck same in Cambodia. They do 10 square blocks at a time for 4 hours. Ooh. Ross says we had a power failure for about 15 minutes during heavy rainstorm a few weeks ago. It's been more than 9 months before that for an unplanned power outage. Many new poles and wires. That's true. That area is growing up for sure. Jersey says, my country, 2 weeks food, home canteen. So that must mean you stock up on food. There's a lot of stocking up on food going on here, and even in Bangkok, man. And you can't even find some of the gear, you know what I'm talking about, that would help you or that kind of thing. We definitely don't leave comments like that, Ryan. I'm sorry, you may be new to the channel, but we don't leave comments like that on the channel. Sorry. Let's see here. Coach says, okay, Ross, just wondering which question related to boiling water. FPV says, what are some things you can't bring back to the States that we wouldn't think of? Ooh, that's a good question. Some things that you can't bring back to the States. One would be certain types of medication. The other would be, I can think of right off the top of my head. I heard a guy had a problem with the aroma bottles, like the aroma that, not aroma in a bad way, but aroma that, like the aroma that I bought at the market. I showed you guys that I bought at the market, the peppermint and lavender aroma bottles. Like he got in trouble for bringing those back. I don't know why. There's nothing in them but peppermint and lavender. Some duty-free items that you can purchase would probably be on that list. That's probably that's really all I can think of. I can't think of too many things that you would get in trouble for bringing back from the USA. That doesn't sound like that doesn't sound like much of a problem, really, to be honest with you. You just have to be careful with customs, because when you go through customs in the United States, they will tear all your stuff up. They don't care. They'll tear it all up, pull it out of the bag, rip it apart, and let you put it all back together. So I know that from experience. I got one of those random, matter of fact, it was the first time I'd ever flown internationally. I got one of those random checks. You know, they randomly pull people to the side. Second time I flew back in, it was no problem. I just went right through. But they pulled me to the side, and I literally sat there for about 45 minutes. I had like 3 hours of sleep, and I was just like, you guys do what you want to do. He kept asking me what I did for work, and I kept telling him the same thing over and over. He kept asking me about my passport, and I was like, I don't know the number to my passport. It's right there. So it's kind of frustrating getting back in sometimes. Steve says, gotta love people that post negative comments when not bothering to watch the full content. I know, and that's what happens. See, if you're going to write a negative comment on anybody's video, like anybody's video, if you're going to put something negative down there, if you're actually going to take the time and have the audacity, like especially if you don't have your own channel, right, and you don't run any kind of social media channel that you try to help people with, if you don't do that and you take the time to leave negative comments on somebody's video, I mean, it says a lot more about you than it does about them. And also, there's nothing wrong with making constructive criticism or constructive comments on people's channels that don't, have anything to do with YouTube or whatever. Nothing wrong with that at all. But just don't be don't be a prick about it. That's all I'm saying. Georgie Hike says, I do not like it when the power goes out. I scare dark. I'm not a big fan of the dark myself. Let's see, Cody. Wow, I got a long way to go here. I got way behind. Cody says, my neighborhood power runs underground. Very nice. I bet it is. What's up, Ed? Good to see you, man. All the way from the Philippines in here. Laurel, if it grabs hold in Thailand, schools closed, lots of time to travel, win-win. I would have to say that would be a win-win, but the problem is you probably wouldn't get paid for that time off. Unless you're working at a government school, and even then, I don't know that you would get paid. But the time off could still be the time off if you have prepared financially, responsibly. And yeah, you could definitely. I mean, I would use that time to do some traveling for sure, because traveling around here is really not that. It's not super expensive, and it's not even expensive compared to. Like a first world country. It's just, I don't know, after you've been here a while, it gets like, 300 baht versus 250 baht. You're like, I'm going to save that 50 baht, that kind of thing. Steak in Florida says, my internet was being stupid, so that could have been the reason I didn't get the notification. Could have been, definitely. David, hi, David from Australia. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. John, Pattaya used to cut the water off for days at a time. Wow, I never heard about that. Lake pond fish. Whoa, Sushi Dangers. That's what I've heard, but I don't know. It's F. I don't know what that means either. Stuck in Florida says most fish taste sweeter and less fishy when it's fresh and raw. That's interesting. Tommy, what's up, Tommy? I just moved and I can't see Tommy again. Hang on, let me find Tommy. Where were you, Tommy? Where were you? There he is. Hello, Mr. Tommy Tom. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it very much. Just talking about some comments and some getting some comments here and answering them live. Ross says, I will introduce you to sushi the proper way. That sounds like something you'd say, Ross. It scares me. But that's cool. I'm up for it. Steve says, anything smothered with soy and wasabi tastes good. I would agree with that. And if that's what sushi does, then it probably tastes good. Raw equals parasites. Yep, it can definitely happen. For sure. And that kind of scares me a little bit too. Alan, what's up, man? Thank you for dropping by. Very, very much appreciated. Steve, the 7-Eleven experience in Thailand is completely different in the U.S. Ours are typically sketchy. Bangkoks are cool places to get everything. Couldn't agree more. 7-Elevens over here are a dime a dozen, and you can get one anywhere. Ant says we had a 5.5 earthquake hit San Diego yesterday. No major damage. I did not hear anything about that. Very interesting. Yes, fresh meat you could not bring back for sure. I'm sure any kind of perishable they wouldn't let you bring back. Certain veggies and seeds, that's true. You can bring Buddha statues. You can't bring Buddha statues back. That's true, Tommy. I forgot about that one, but you are correct on that one. Let's see. Steve says most sushi is from frozen fish as it kills any parasite. That's cool. Be accountable. What's up, man? It's good to see you too, for sure. Jersey says it's 2 weeks out. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about now. Now I get it. MBS, travel and photography, boring time to be a traveler. Yeah, I guess it could. You could take it one of two ways, really. You could kind of look at it as boring. You can't get to everywhere you want to go, or you could take that time and really get to know the places that surround you. That's what I would do. That's what I plan to do, in fact. But you do have a good point there, MBS. Stuck in Florida says, I've eaten raw fish from the ocean on the boat my whole life and never had a problem. That's awesome. Cody says, I dip sushi in hot butter or sweet and sour and not like a full plate of it, just a couple on the side. Yes, I think eating a lot of it could upset your stomach. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too. But, we'll see. I'll try it. I've gotten much more used to eating Thai food here. I still get it not spicy, but the Thai dishes and stuff, I'm able to eat on a pretty much daily basis. Lake Pondfish says never had any problem with customs. I think it's about your look. Might be. Maybe it's just that I look like a bad person or something. I don't know. Ross says I heard from recent hotel guests the flight from San Francisco to Tokyo was 40% full. They had entire rows to themselves. Tokyo to Bangkok was 60%. Prices cut big time. Wow. That is see, that's that thing. If you want to fly right now, it's probably a good time to fly because it's going to be cheap. But at the same time, it's not like, oh, we have a new subscriber. Do you want to go to these places? Like, do you want to take a chance of going through some of the areas that you're going to have to go through? I don't know. That's one of those things. Let's see. Stuck says we would take stuff to make ceviche on the boat. Gotcha. Tommy says, I've never been checked, but you can only bring a 30-day supply of prescription drugs from USA into Thailand. Yeah, that's the rule, but if you're staying like if you come with a non-B visa or whatever and you're going to be here for 90 days, you can go through the declare line where you can declare that stuff. And as long as you have your prescriptions with you, you won't have a problem. No big deal there. But you're right. For general travel, you're absolutely correct. Bill Morak says, I wish I had a stronger stomach. I've never been adventurous eater. Me either. Ed says, I expect to see airline prices go up soon. Oh, so do I, because I don't know how the airline industry is going to recover. It's going to be very interesting. Cody says, explain to me the acid and lemon juice cooks the sushi. That's interesting. That may very well be 100% true. Robert says, Ross, I priced the ticket for Vietnam and Thailand prices are up for EVA. Any ideas? That's interesting. Yep. Ross says, talking about the 30-day med rules waived. Do you ever get homesick sometimes? Oh yeah, absolutely. I haven't. I started traveling in July of 2017, and I haven't been out of Southeast Asia since then. So yeah, I miss my family from time to time for sure. Ty Guy Bryce says, I love trying new food, but spicy isn't my thing. Me either. Gomar Height says, I get homesick. I bet you do. C Stoff says, I see a lot of names from A's and Must be one of the good guys. Consider me subscribed. Okay, well, there you go. I'm glad you think so. We try to keep it clean on this channel, and we try to have good, informative conversations. So, welcome aboard. Ty Guy says, I'll eat bugs all day, get a pepper near me. No, thank you. I heard that. Short Member says, what's it like being a teacher in Thailand? It's awesome, and it's also rewarding. It's a good thing to do, especially if you can get a decent paying job and get some time under your belt. You can really make decent money and bot over here and have a pretty good life. So it's interesting. And then if you have a side hobby like I do, like YouTube, you can always get a little extra income from America. So pretty good stuff. Let's see. Lake Pondfish says, did you get that smooth hat in Thailand? I did. I bought it at the market 2 weeks ago. One of the big market in Thailand. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it right now. Gerald says, when traveling with prescription medication, I always carry a copy of the prescription, so if the customs have a problem, let them phone my doctor. Exactly. That's all you have to do. All you have to do. No problem. Let's see here. David, good morning, David. David from well, I'm not gonna tell you where it's from, but morning, Jeremy. You seen how they are at Australia immigration? They are tough. I have not. I haven't been to Australia, but I didn't know that they were tough like that. That's very interesting. Sure, possibility of using that. Yep. I agree, Ross, with your assessment there. Tim said, hey, Tim, good morning, or good evening. Tim says, if I were to bring prescriptions over there with me to Thailand and one of them happens to be, okay, what kind of crap would that bring down? I mean, nothing, as long as you have a prescription. As long as you have a prescription for it, a valid prescription for it, it's not a problem. That includes all controlled substances, with the exception of the other stuff that's coming in. I don't want to talk about it too much. Travel TV says, fun fact, there are more 7-Eleven in Thailand than in the USA. I believe that too. 7-Eleven faded out in our area. Wow, that's weird. Let's see, not one time I've ever stopped Thai customs immigration. Yeah, I agree, Ross. I haven't been stopped at immigration because of meds for any reason ever. Gomor Hike says, I like 7-Eleven and Family Mart. Reminds me of the Dollar General. I like that too, man. Ty Guy Bride, 7-Eleven is the best way to break big bills. That's true. Very true. Be Accountable says, I will be arriving April 7th to Bangkok. How do I PM you to meet up and treat you to lunch? I'd love to thank you for the content and inspiration to get my travel going again. Ross has already told you. Send me a Facebook message. You can find me on Facebook under my name. Just send me a message. And you can definitely get up with me. Our experience is very cheap. Oh, when you send your first message, let me know that whatever your name is on Facebook, let me know that you go by Be Accountable too on the Facebook message, so I won't just disregard it, because that would be bad, and I would not want to do that to you. Our experience says, very, very cheap flights right now. I can imagine. Cody says, yes, 7-Eleven seems to be the Thai dollar store. It pretty much is, but there are some things in there that are expensive. It's not always the dollar store. They carry some name brand products in there that are imported, and they are expensive. Go More Hike love the ham and cheese toasties. Me too. I eat them all the time. Tim's talking to Ross. He says, yeah, I'm on Yeah, see, I'm gonna remove that comment. Tim, no disrespect there, brother. I just don't want to talk too much about that stuff because YouTube will go into its funk again, and I don't want that to happen. And I know you didn't mean anything by it, but I don't want to get specific into those things. I did a video on this topic once. Ross, you can't say that. You know you can't say that, man. Try to get me in trouble. Just the Pattaya is not Thailand. Yeah, I made a whole video about that. Seemed to be a really, really negative person and not really adding much value to the chat. So we're going to go ahead and tell you to have a nice day, Jersey, and enjoy the rest of the content. Tim says, Ross, cool, thanks, bro. Ross says, carry your definitely carry them on your check bags for sure. Definitely carry them on. I mean, not in check luggage. Carry them on your carry-ons. Carry them yourself. Lime kills bacteria. Really? Stuck in Florida? I did not know that. Rayshawn says, thanks for ignoring my question. Ray, I promise you, I've gotten a bunch of questions, and if I missed your question, I'm absolutely sorry. Did you leave it on here, or did you leave it on a comment? Because if you want to rewrite your question, I will be more than happy to answer it. I'm human too. Sometimes I miss them. Sorry about that. But feel free to write it again. I'll be more than happy to answer. Alan says, just check, can fly round trip Raleigh, North Carolina to Bangkok for $649. Wow. That's like half of what it normally is. Yes, it is. Because I would be flying from Charlotte to Bangkok. Wow. That's super, super, super cheap. It's the citric acid. Yep. You're right, Ross. Lake Pine Fish says, Ross, your thoughts for online dating to meet women? Ross. I don't think Ross ever did the online thing. Oh, wait. I won't say anything. Yeah, I'll let Ross answer that. He can answer that however he wants to. I can tell you Tinder and Thai Friendly are about your best bets right now. And I'm speaking from experience. Ross can share his if he wants to. Gomorrah says, you get out and doing any exploring today. No, this is going to be a recording today because good job. Good, Steve. Good. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. And continue to do that because we can't talk about that. Let's see. Tommy says, safe travels home. Our experience, yes, definitely. Let's make sure we all send our good vibes to Mr. Are You Experienced because his flight's been delayed and he's coming back to Canada. He's flying back to Canada. Cody said the cheapest I've ever seen Houston to Bangkok round trip has been $800 in the past. Just looking at $386 to $519 right now in United, which has always seemed the highest. Wow, that is extraordinarily inexpensive. Cody, this might be the time to book a ticket. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought Ross would say. He's been married for a long time. Tim says, carry on, copy that. Yeah, you understand what's going on, man. Our experience says, hey, see stuff, welcome. Yes, a lot of us mod and watch on AE's channel. Richard Cyphers, I hear that the water festival in Thailand canceled in April. Yes, the festivities are canceled, but not the religious stuff, just the festivities. Robert says, "Are you experienced? What carrier do you fly?" That's a good question. We'll just call this guy X here. It's better to rent or buy a home. I rent, but I'm not planning on staying here forever either. That'd be Ross will probably answer that. Roger says, Ray, we can't say that word in here. We call it it. Yeah, there you go. Just make sure you keep kicking those out, guys. And it would be interesting. One comment I got on YouTube says, serves them right for making Westerners unwelcome in the country. And it's talking about here, right? I do not believe that is the case at all. I don't believe Westerners have ever gotten to the point of being unwelcome. It may have felt that way when the visa rules changed and when the TN30 was first re-implemented, I guess is the correct term. But it's never really been that Westerners weren't welcome. Westerners just on average just don't spend as much money on tourism as some other people, and for that reason, you may feel a different way. Let's see here. Where was I at? I was at now Roger and Ross. AE's channel. I don't know who AE is. Somebody Facebook messaged me and tell me who that is because I don't know who that is. Let's see. Roger says we can't say. Yeah, I got that. Okay. Yeah. Chat. Ooh, check market. That's what I was trying to say. Stuck, but I'm sure I didn't pronounce that right. So anyway, it's the big weekend market over here. I'm gonna check that. Matter of fact, I might even go over there today. It's very hot. It will be a good day to go, and because they have so many things, different things to drink over there. They have sticky rice with mango. I love me some sticky rice with mango. Steve says, Rayshawn, if you paid attention, we don't talk about that here as YouTube don't. And of course, thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. Lake Pond Fish. Not Ross. What the guy name in the orange shirt? My name is Jeremy. Are your experiences? I know that Ross from our line chat. Some are getting annoyed. That's interesting, Ross. Might have to call you after this live stream because I thought, thanks for telling me that. But, wow. Yeah, I'll call you. I'm not even going to say anything else about it. But thanks for sharing what that was. Tim said, oh, wait. What was that? Chat. Our experience says, I know that Ross from our line chat, some are getting annoyed. Yeah, that's what the message I just got was talking about. Our experience. Lake Pondfish says, Jeremy, your thoughts on success with online dating in Thailand? Online dating in Thailand is the easiest thing in the world if you have time. It's so easy. It's literally meet me for coffee and bam, you're done. And the thing about the Thai women on these, on like Tinder or Thai Friendly and that kind of thing, the Thai ladies, they don't want to meet you in a couple of days. They want you to go to the mall right then and meet them somewhere public and have coffee with them, which I find fascinating because typically you don't want to pressure a girl, in our Western style, you don't want to pressure a girl to go out with you right then, right there, that kind of thing. But you have to, over here, you have to decide which one you want to go out with if you talk to more than one girl in a day. Can be a great thing, cannot be a great thing. I would be doing more dating right now myself, but right now my YouTube channel, for some reason, I think it's got more to do with YouTube than it does anything else. But right now, this YouTube channel is what I consider on life support. It's not really on life support, but to me, it's on life support because everything is just way down, and I'm not used to that happening. I'm used to going not down. We're still growing, even though I say life support. So it's not actually on life support. Subscribers are growing. The videos are not getting the views they used to get, and a lot of that's because they're not getting pushed out. A lot of that is my fault because I'm not titling and tagging properly. So I've been doing some research on SEO, and hopefully we can break that habit and get that AdSense back up. Because I use that AdSense as a secondary source of income. Let's see. Let me go back down here to where I was. We don't have any 7-Elevens in my town either, says Tim. Wow. Gomer Height says you need to find a rich woman. That's what everybody keeps telling me. Reexperienced says I have managed to keep them in the original bottle. So keep them in the original bottle for sure. And they won't bug you about it. I'm gonna, no disrespect at all your experience, but there's too many comments about that particular subject, and I don't want YouTube to get in there and remove it because of that. Ross says, I hear Thai Cupid is a great way to meet girls. I met my wife the old-fashioned way. Walk up and say, yes, you did. I haven't tried Thai Cupid, but I have it downloaded, so I might try it. Gomer Height says, agreed. Be accountable says, copy that. I can do that. He says, thanks to Ross. Ross says, just a reminder to you all, daylight savings time starts tomorrow. I'm glad you brought that up, Ross, because I was thinking myself, I was like, when does daylight savings time actually start? I have no. Oh, shoot. You have no. Sorry, dude. I'm glad you sent me a message and told me. I wasn't even paying attention. I got to go into my settings and figure out why you don't, because you're supposed to have, you're the only permanent rich up there, and the permanent rich that you're up there for is because you have several videos on my channel, and if you want to answer comments on the videos that you made on my channel, you should be able to do that without me interfering. That's why I only leave people with videos up on the channel that they made themselves with a wrench. And Richard, if you're watching and you're wondering why yours is not permanently up there because you have a video, it's just because you have the one video. And Richard's getting ready to do a really good job on a really good video he's working on, and I love that. Let's see here. Okay, be accountable. I got you, dude. I'll 13 to 16 should be available in early April for sure. So just be accountable, keep me reminded of that on your itinerary. Keep me reminded via Facebook or whatever you want to use. Keep me reminded of that, and I will be sure to schedule something and not miss people. If I can get enough people around, then I'll probably go down to Pattaya or either here in Bangkok, one of the two, and do like a subscriber meetup somewhere. I think that would be really cool. We haven't done one in almost a year, and the last one we did was fantastic. We had a great time. We went to the beer garden in Pattaya, and it was really, really good. Really good. Our experience says I get all my shampoos and razors and stuff like that from 7-Eleven. That's not a bad idea, especially if you don't need, like me and my old thick coarse hair, I need to have a 4 or 5 blade razor. So I can't always get those at 7-Eleven. Sometimes you can. It depends on how big the 7-Eleven is and basically just what they carry in inventory. Eddie, howdy from Australia again. How do you, sir? Steve says they sell scissors to cut hair too. Are you experienced? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Ross, I fixed that problem. I saw your message, man. Gurmar Height says I was just about to make that joke. Eddie says, I enjoyed your video from yesterday about what to expect as an expat. Good. I'm glad you did. J. Ed says, are the businesses really hurting over because all the stuff going on? Yes. It's businesses are really hurting, I can assure you. I know a few people that own businesses, and I also know I know businesses in general, and I know what it's like to walk in there. What it should look like and what it does look like are two very different things. Ray, it looks like you repeated something there, but your message got deleted. So until you get the words right, they're probably going to keep deleting your message because they're taking care of the channel. Don't take it personally, man. Just make it politically correct and everything should be okay. Gilmore says, are you experienced? Do you ever braid your hair? That is so funny. Thai friendly is the best, in my opinion. Our experience says, I think so too. But it's a fast movement. That's a really fast movement. It's even faster than Tinder because you send one message and you say what you want to say, and you send your line ID with it if you want to stay on the free. And most girls on there move from hey, hello, my name is to let's go get coffee. Getting coffee is the thing over here, or food, either one. And that usually takes about 2 minutes to 3 minutes usually. So you have to be well aware, and I would also say probably well prepared. So when you start your search on girls and that kind of thing, or dating here in Thailand, you need to be ready to go that day. No questions asked, because I've had girls say to me before, well, if you can't come today, then I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay, so there we go. Ross says, I just looked, LAX to BKK, $444 round trip, leave April 1st, return April 30th. Wow, that is super cheap, man. Let's see, hang on. Where'd I go? Ooh, I'm way behind. Let's see here. Cody says, if you like a Thai girl, pizza and ice cream seem like the way to go. Take her to play some pool or maybe a movie. It's not difficult, and never look at them like you have x-ray vision. It's easy. I like that. What is the local time there, Jeremy? It is 11:22 a.m. Right now, just about lunchtime. Roger says, thumbs up for Thai friendly. I agree. Thumbs up for Thai friendly. I like Thai friendly. It's a pretty good spot. Ross must have answered that question when I was a few minutes ago. Yeah, 57 watching, only 23 thumbs up. I was a little curious about that, but the thumbs up going up a little bit. Be Accountable says, at 10, it's plus 15 hours from Pacific Standard. There you go. Tim says, wow, it's 11:08 p.m. here. So we should be, so you're on the East Coast then, in America. That's cool. Or you're in that time zone anyway. Ross says, what? Songkran was canceled. Yep. I don't know if you heard that. I assume you're being sarcastic. Our experience says, Robert Mack, I fly Air Canada, but have to use something else from China or Korea to Bangkok. It was Hong Kong Air, but they canceled, so now I'm on Thai Airways. Wow. That's a lot of cancellations and different trips for sure. Ross says, as a foreigner, you cannot own a house under your name. There are creative ways to do it. And he would know because he has a house. Our experiences. Thank you, Tommy J. I appreciate that. I don't even know what Tommy said, but whatever he said, I'm sure it was good. Gilmore says, I get a good welcome every time I go to Pizza Company. It's funny you say that. I'm actually going to order Gallery Pizza when this live stream is over, because Gallery Pizza has really, really, really good pizza. Cody says, like Ross has said, need $25K in the bank to retire. So when you pass away, they can properly handle it was probably costing them many millions a year they basically need elsewhere. Interesting. Ross says foreigners can own condos but not land. However, a business can own land. Set up a business in Thailand requires Thai partners, but you can set up to be 100% voting rights. And that's something that I just found out recently too, Ross. I've been doing some research on that. Addie says, I still want to rent or buy a condo in Jomtien end of the year. You should be able to do that. In fact, you may want to check out some prices right now because I rode by in Bangkok. I rode by some really nice condos that you could purchase for like 440,000 baht, which is, I mean, that's relatively cheap for here in Bangkok. It was only about a 7-story building, but it was in a good area, and the condos themselves looked really nice. Let's see. Ross said at Eddie, John, rent right now is best option. Prices have been on decline in Pattaya for a while. Same for John Tien. Eddie says, yep, renting is safer. It definitely is safer for sure. Alan says, good night, Jeremy. Got to work in 6 hours. Oh, man. With these cheap tickets, might come to Thailand soon. Peace, brother. All right, sounds good, Alan. Take care and get some rest, bro. Gomar says, I read a good book on dating. Oh, yeah? Is it on your channel? I assume it probably is. Hello. If you got, he's got characters in front of his name. I don't know what they mean. Maybe they mean the same thing. I'm not sure, but okay. Hello. Good to see you on the channel. Thank you. Roger is waving, and Ross says, good morning, Hike. There's a interesting, funny channel, a guy named Dr. Red Pill on women. It's worth a look on understanding how some women think. I think I've seen that before. Whoever this Bacchus guy is, he's been timed out, and removed and all that stuff. So you can just go ahead and take him off the channel if you want to. It's not a problem. Cody says, I wouldn't buy in Thailand unless I was getting married and staying there forever. That's probably good. Tommy says, good catch. So there must be some bad comments going on. Robert says, Ross Rayong, what airline from LAX to BK? I think he's throwing up a link for that. Lake Pondfish, Jeremy, are most Thai women open to relocate outside their country for the right guy? No. No. There's the difference in Thailand and the Philippines. If you go see a Filipina, she's probably going to, or if you marry a Filipina, she's probably going to want to go out of her country to your country. And stay for at least, a lengthy period of time. In Thailand, they might go to America with you, but eventually they're going to want to come back home. And that's something that I found myself. I don't want to give away anybody's insider information here, but I know a married man that had a wife that was just like that, went for a little while and was ready to come back. So no, Thai women are going to want to stay in Thailand. If you want women that are going to want to travel to your country, go land a good Filipina. Stuck says Lake Pondfish, not like the Philippines. That's right. Robert McInerney says, thanks, Ross. Appreciate your help. Billy, hello. Stuck in Florida. Most don't want to leave their family. That's right. Yeah. Okay, well, you guys have already answered this. Happy birthday, Addie. Ross says his hotel business is hurting. I didn't even know you had a hotel business. Landfish, Lake Pondfish. I've saw many guys experience that. Tommy says, happy birthday, Addie. Yes, definitely want to send all of our happy birthdays to him. I'm I'm trying to catch back up where I was. Yeah, Ross says that his wife wanted to move back. And that was who I was referring to. Eddie says, cheers, stuck in Florida. Lake Pine Fish, that's interesting. I guess you can ask a woman her thoughts. But they changed their mind like socks. That's very true. Stuck says sometimes they change their mind before they even leave Thailand. That's true. From your experience, I like that. Stuck, what percent would you say speak fairly communicable English? 30%, higher, lower? It depends on the area you're in. Lake Pond Fish. If you're in Bangkok, I would say you can carry on a conversation upwards with 60 or 70% of the people here. That when I lived in Rayong, it was probably closer to 25 to 35%, just because English is not spoken as much there. In my opinion, or in my experience, I should say. Ross may disagree with me. I don't know. He says depends on the area. The more foreigners, the more English is spoken. That's very true. The fear of the unknown is a real thing. Of course it is. Mark says no doubt. Cody, if foreigners ever became able to own land in Thailand, would end up like Hawaii. That's true. Stuck says, yes, Ross, unfortunately at the time it was 8 years from being able to. Let me go back up. 8 years from being able to move to Thailand, it didn't work out. That's terrible, man. Our experience is I stayed at a great condo in Chaam and to buy was not expensive. Saw view high up, 225,000 to buy. That's not bad. That's not bad. Definitely not. MBS says, where did MBS go? Did he go up or down? Sorry, guys. I'm having trouble keeping up with comments. MBS says if foreigners could own land in Thailand, the Chinese would probably buy the whole country. That makes a good point. Budget tools. I got a buddy who's trying to find a Thai girl on WeChat. It's the wrong platform. They mostly use Line over here. Yeah, WeChat is popular in China. Exactly. Our experience says Thai ladies don't want to leave Thailand. I agree. Ross says if you want to find a Thai girl, go to the mall, the supermarket, or any other public area. Start a conversation. You'll be surprised how easy and open they are to white men. That's true. Addie says very true. Thai ladies even scared to move to Australia. Found out that in 2017. So very true. Steve says, and I agree. The resort. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Right? You said hotel. I thought I was like I didn't. I wasn't thinking about your wife's resort. Gotcha. I was in Isan. Only 5% speak English. Yeah, that would be a good example of the difference in location. Eddie says, I don't feel alive in Australia, but I feel alive in Thailand. I know that feeling 100%. Northern Ketchambury was the same. I don't know who this James guy is, but just get rid of him. Everybody's deleting his messages, so blast him. Cody says, YouTube channel Era Thailand has a lot of available condos, beachfront, 2-bedroom for $60K. That's not bad. That would run you $200K in Galveston and probably $2 million in California. Really? Era Thailand condos. I have to check that out, man. That's interesting. Cody says in Rayong area. Very, very interesting. I'd definitely like to see some of that stuff. I want to get back to a couple more comments, and they're probably the ones that are some of the spam comments. So when you get 5 or 6 people at the same time making the same comment that says you're some kind of tourist with a job, that kind of thing, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a loser, stuff like that. If you guys get comments like that, just ignore them. Just ignore them. It's easy to hate. It's much more difficult to give people props for what they're doing, and at least for trying to do something with their life. Let's see. Ross says, Cody in Texas, just east of me, there are condos by ocean for under 1.2 million baht. That's awesome. Budget Tools, have you found love in Thailand yet? I found a couple that I could, but due to my moving circumstances and their moving circumstances, in other words, where we had to live, it was unable to happen. I wish I had, and I am on the train. I'm on the train for sure. Guys, I want to say to everybody that's in here that contributed to the channel yesterday, thank you so much via PayPal. I genuinely appreciate it. Every little bit always helps this channel, especially during this time. All my moderators, you guys do a great job. Wonderful job. And I really appreciate that as well. Also really appreciate any of you that share Do More Life videos, because right now it kind of seems like that's the only way they're getting out. My YouTube recommendation rate is about 50% right now, which usually it's about 79% to 89%. So I'm not sure why. Well, I am sure why YouTube's not recommending content right now, and it's my fault. And I'm trying my best to get back up there. So we're going to hope that YouTube takes this channel seriously again and starts promoting. But I really want to say thank you to the guys that contributed from PayPal, because every day that I make a little bit on PayPal, that goes toward the travel, the camera coming up, the cameras that I have now, and the places that I can go. So with 5 days plus a weekend come on, I have 5 days off plus the weekend coming up. So really I have 7 days off. I'm going to try to get in as much content as humanly possible. Can't use that word in here. Very sorry. But I guess somebody already called it. Yeah. Okay. Liang Bentley said, do you still recommend people retire in Thailand? Sure. If this is where they like to retire, absolutely. It's up to them. Budget Tool says, is Thailand on lockdown due to the flu? I won't name it. Yeah, definitely don't do that. No. Thailand is not on any kind of that stuff. No, absolutely not. Lake Pondfish said they should make it where if you marry a Thai woman, the friend can have a house that's nice. That's pretty cool. Gomer says Rayong is the city to be with my woman and my kids and my dogs and me. I like that. Yeah, low cost, way less stressful to live here. So many places to retire. That's true, Ross. Cody says it's actually a bigger region than I figured. I've spent the last couple months researching, since I'm kind of finding out Phuket is going to be too expensive for my budget. Yeah, Phuket's an expensive place to live. Let's see. Lang says, I heard Cambodia was a better place. Go to Cambodia and check it out. That would be my suggestion to you. That's entirely up to you. It's wherever you feel most comfortable. For me personally, I can already tell you Cambodia wouldn't be a better place for me to retire, but it may suit your needs better. And if so, do your thing. Steve's laughing, it's stuck, I know. If you do not mind poor infrastructure, less adequate medical supply, a specialist. That's pretty much what it amounts to over in Cambodia. And that's what I've heard as well. And that's been my experience. So with that being said, and I think the chat has pretty much come to an end. I was going to answer more of your comments, but somebody also told me to stop telling people to follow their gut instinct. Let me tell you why you follow your Toaster Waffle. They don't have Best Buys, but they have, well, there may be Best Buys over, I'm not sure, but they have general computer stores for that. But people told me to stop telling people to follow their gut. Well, look, your gut instinct is a huge part of what makes you who you are. And I guarantee you more times than not, your gut instinct, if you have any kind of life experience at all, has led you to the right decision, not the wrong one. Where you retire, what you choose to do, what kind of comments you choose to make to people, the decisions that you make are all ultimately up to you. And it's up to you to take responsibility and be accountable for those decisions. So do your research properly. That means go to the place you want to retire. Don't watch YouTube videos and think, that's the place I want to go. Don't do that. It would be a huge mistake. I didn't even do that when I went to the Philippines. When I moved to the Philippines, I made some friends in the Philippines on YouTube, and then I went over there and stayed for a week. That was all the time I could had. But I went over there and stayed for a week, and I said, yes, I can do this. And I went back about 3 days or 4 days after I graduated college. Robert says, Jeremy and everyone have a great day or evening, and you do the same, Robert. Cody says, we're about 2 hours south of Bangkok, Route 3. In Bangkok, Pantent Plaza. Yeah, that's a good place. 2.5 hours, 1 hour to Pattaya. That's if you have a car that can travel on the freeways, guys. Remember that. What are your hobbies in Thailand? Right now, my hobby is YouTube and trying to get a new camera because my old cameras are just bad. They're just bad. I'm using the DJI Pocket Osmo to record most of my content with. I work about 9 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So I don't really have time for a lot of hobbies. My hobbies travel, and that's it. Steve says good instincts get you through your life. I agree with that 100%. Ling says, why didn't you like the Philippines? The Philippines, did I say that I didn't like the Philippines? I like Thailand better than the Philippines. I don't think I've said I don't like the Philippines. Philippines has some of the most natural beauty of any country I've ever been to in the world. So I didn't like the expat scene in the Philippines. I didn't like some of the different culturistic values of the Philippines. And that's just my opinion. Bob says, I want to quit my life and move to Thailand. How do you think I should go about doing it? Don't sell everything you own and move. I know some people have done that and been successful, but my suggestion is do your research, be patient, take your time, watch as many videos as you can, find some people, some vloggers, or just any YouTube personality that's been and lived in Thailand for a significant amount of time, and watch some of their videos, get some of their knowledge, if you will, and you should be okay. That's my suggestion. And when it comes to your assets back home, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and lots of people would disagree with this, in my opinion, make sure you leave a place to stay and something to drive back at home. That's just my opinion, but that's how I feel. Cody says good instinct is good if you've been around. Exactly. Go More Heights said, listen to your gut, think about it, follow your heart, love it. Yeah. Let's see. Stuck says, after I visit Ko Chang, I may consider Rayong. Yeah, go by Rayong, man. There's nothing wrong with Rayong. It just wasn't a good fit for me. Like, as I've said 150,000 times, Rayong is a cool little town. And especially if you can speak some Thai, it makes it a lot easier. Let's see. Are you experienced takeoff community and all my friends, brothers? Same to you. Are you experienced? Appreciate you dropping by, bro. Big Cannibal says, do you like the Osmo Pocket camera? I like it. It's just, I mean, I like it. It's just not, it doesn't, I can't get the quality I want out of it, is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I like it. But, I would like to get the camera that I'm looking for. That would be my ultimate goal. Bob, very carefully. That's true. Roger says, consult your wallet, then go for it. I like that. Second Florida says, are you experienced for? Are you out of here? Eddie says, I lived in Jomtien and miss it. I'm thrilled to move back later this year. I know you are. And I'm sure you'll have fun. Bob should just visit first. I agree. Budget tools, maybe a video about why you picked Thailand over the Philippines. I can answer that for you right here, but I did make a video about that. My situation in the Philippines was not, I was in a relationship and then I had mentally unstable, sociopathic expats that had just got very interested in me for some reason. And the situation was not going to improve for me in the Philippines. So I came to Thailand. And that's pretty much it. It's a very cutthroat type world over in that area. Stuck says, take it easy, brother. Yep. Yep, that's true, Ross. I do have a few. Lake Pond says, Addie, what you miss most? Bob says, thank you. You're welcome, Bob. The lifestyle is what Eddie misses the most, and that sounds about right. Our experiences. Thank you, Stuck. I will put them in a few days. Robert says, okay, you guys are talking to each other here. Ross says, JC likes pollution and BKK supplies all you could ever need. Yeah. Be Accountable says, I have it. And I don't like the fact it doesn't have Zoom capability, but good for some things like walking and talking. That's pretty much what I use it for sure. Our experience says, no, I thought stopping nothing. I don't know what that means. Addie says, I learned to manage my life better living in Thailand, but family sickness brought me back to Oz. Plan in place to move back to Jomtien, living off my 40 audiobooks website. Good for you, man. Toaster Waffle says, do you ever plan on going back to the States, or are you pretty much set on staying in Thailand? I'm pretty much set on staying anywhere but the States or in the Western world. I go back to see family, but I plan to go to South America at some point. I really want to go to South America and do some visiting around there because I have a bunch of friends from Brazil and Central America and then South America, Colombia, Venezuela. They're from Venezuela. I'm not going to Venezuela, but especially not right now. PS says, so what's your plan if your Thailand situation ends up like your Philippines situation? Well, because I have matured as a man, I have learned from my experience in the Philippines, learned a great deal of information there. Learned a great deal of information and how to handle things in Thailand because there has been some conflicts that I've had to deal with here in Thailand. Hopefully, I won't have that situation problem, but if I do, I have a backup, and that's a good one. Steve says, if in doubt, bug out, JC. Yeah, if in doubt, I would. Exile, good to see you too, man. Take care. Ross says, it's hard to live back in USA when you have been away for a long time. Your perspective on life is so much different. I believe that. I believe that. Gilmore Hype says cost of living is so high in USA and getting worse. I believe that too. Steve says I love my time in Brazil. It's an awesome place. I can't wait to go there. Stuck says South America is my second choice for retirement, but probably Honduras. I've heard good things about Honduras. My best friend's been there. Addie says cost of living also high in Australia. So with that being said, guys, that'll be the end of today's live stream. And like I said, I want to thank all of you who contribute to the channel, whether it be monetarily, whether you just be a comment, whether it be a share in a video, or whether it just be sending positive vibes my way. Very, very, very much appreciated. Yes, it is pizza time. Tommy, I see you. All my moderators, you did such a great job today. Thank you very much. Are you experienced? I hope you have a good, safe travel back to Canada. And Steve, good to see you. Steve the Butcher, good to see you on the live chat 2 days in a row. That's awesome, man. And really want to say thanks to everyone. You're welcome, Liang. And really want to say thanks to everyone who dropped by today and who enjoyed the stream. See stuff, great stream, all the best. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Pizza time, guys. Roger, I'll see you. And everybody else, Tommy, all you guys. I will miss somebody, Ross and Richard, and I'll miss somebody. Go more height. All you guys, love you for doing what you do, and everybody just take care. And whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. Later, guys.